Whether you're delivering a speech, drafting a report, or structuring an important presentation, arranging your content well is crucial. It's not just about what you say, but how you organize it to guide your audience towards your desired conclusion. We're going to start with a foundational model. This is the classical arrangement developed in ancient Greece and refined by Aristotle and others. This classical arrangement provides a structured way to guide an audience through an argument logically. The structure consists of 5 parts: introduction, narrative, division, proof, and conclusion. So let's define each part in some more detail. The first step is introduction. This is where you capture the attention of your audience and establish your credibility with them. Think of it as the first impression. How often have we heard someone say, "You had me at hello"? Well, that's exactly what a powerful introduction can achieve. The second step is what's called narrative. Here what we do is we set the context. We provide background so that our audience understands why this topic matters. Imagine you're introducing a proposal for a new product. The narrative might include things like key insights into market trends and customer needs, and establishing relevance. The third step is division. In this stage, you outline the main arguments and address the counterpoints. For example, if you're suggesting a change in strategy, you'd highlight both the benefits of your proposal and preemptively address potential objections, showing the audience you've thought it through. Then there's proof. This is where logos, the appeal to reason, comes in. You present your evidence, whether it's data, case studies, or logical reasoning that supports your argument. And then finally, we have the conclusion, where you summarize your main points and leave a lasting impression. Ideally, this ending is memorable, giving the audience a clear takeaway or a call to action. So classical arrangement works well in many contexts, especially when the goal is to present a well-rounded, persuasive case. But over time, modern communicators have developed other models tailored for specific purposes. So in this section, I want to focus on 2 of those: Monroe's motivated sequence first, and then Minto's pyramid principle. So let's start with Monroe's motivated sequence. Developed by Alan Monroe, this is a way to arrange persuasive speeches, and the approach is designed not just to inform, but to motivate the audience to act. It's particularly effective when you're presenting to people who need to be convinced to change their minds or take a specific action. So Monroe's motivated sequence also consists of 5 steps. Like Aristotle's, the first step is attention. You need to capture the attention of the audience. Now, this may sound simple, but it's essential. For example, if you're speaking to colleagues about cybersecurity is the word, you could start with a story about a recent breach and its high financial cost to the company. Or you might ask, how safe do you think our data is right now? This opening makes people curious and sets up the problem. The next step in Monroe's motivated sequence is an essential step, and it's called the need step. Once you have the audience's attention, the idea is to make them feel the need to act. Here you describe the problem in a way that the audience can relate to and feel. For instance, you could say, every day our company faces hundreds of cyber threats. Each one is a potential disaster waiting to happen. It's about painting a picture that makes the issue urgent. Step 3 is then a way of satisfying that need. It's called satisfaction. So now that they feel the need, you present to the audience the solution. This step is about showing how the problem can be fixed. So continuing with our example, you might introduce a cybersecurity tool that has a high success rate in similar companies. So you're building a bridge from the problem to the solution, showing that it's not just a need, but an achievable one. Now, here's where the persuasion comes in. Here's where the selling, if you like, starts to come in. This step 4, called visualization. Visualization is where you help the audience to imagine the positive impact of your solution, or conversely, the negative outcome of inaction. You could ask, imagine a future where every piece of sensitive data is protected, where our clients trust us even more. Or on the other hand, What would happen to our reputation if a breach exposed client data? This stage leverages both logic and emotion to reinforce the solution's importance. Lastly, and importantly, is action. So not just a conclusion. Here we're actually asking the audience to do something. So we close with a specific call to action. This is where you tell your audience exactly what they need to do next, whether that's approving the budget for the cybersecurity tool or simply discussing the issue further with IT. The action should feel achievable and immediate. Let's allocate 15 minutes this week to review our data security practices, for example. It gives them a clear next step. So Munro's motivated sequence is incredibly effective for spoken communication. But what if your audience is looking for a clear, logical structure in a written document, say a report? In a business setting, especially for executive summaries or strategic proposals, Minto's pyramid principle is a highly effective arrangement. The pyramid principle was developed by Barbara Minto, a consultant at McKinsey and Company. And it's particularly suited for written reports, but it's also effective in any context where clarity and brevity are essential. This approach is structured like a pyramid, with the main idea at the top, followed by the supporting ideas and then detailed evidence pulling it all together. So the key message of your argument is at the top. The principle begins with the main message, or the answer first, if you like. Imagine you're writing a memo to the board of directors about improving operational efficiency. Instead of building up to your conclusion, you start with, to reduce operating costs by 10%, we recommend automating our data processing systems. So this direct approach it respects the reader's time and gives them the core insight of your argument up front. Think about it. How many times have you been asked to just get to the point, particularly with Western audiences? The pyramid principle is designed for exactly that. The second part of the pyramid principle is your supporting arguments. So beneath the main point, you offer 2 or 3 key arguments that support your recommendation. So beneath the main point, then, you offer 2 or 3 key arguments that support your recommendation. For example, if your recommendation is to implement automation, your supporting points might include reduced error rates, increased speed, and lower long-term costs. Each of these points directly reinforces your main message, creating a cohesive structure. Underpinning this, then, is your supporting evidence. So at the base of the pyramid, you provide the detailed evidence that backs up each supporting argument. This is where you include data, case studies, or specific examples. So if one of your supporting arguments is that automation reduces errors, you might want to cite a case study showing how another company saw a 20% reduction in errors after implementing a similar solution. The beauty of Minto's pyramid principle is that readers can engage with the content at all level of detail that suits them. Executives can stop after the main message if they're short on time, or they can dive into the details if they need a deeper understanding. This makes it ideal for executive communication and complex reporting. So, to wrap up, we've explored 3 powerful approaches to structuring persuasive communication, and there's more details in this unit that you can look to. The first was a classical arrangement, which gives us that well-rounded structure that flows logically from introduction to conclusion, which is suitable for a balanced argument. Then we have Munro's motivated sequence, which is all about building both logical and emotional momentum, which is ideal for persuasive speeches where action is your end goal. And then lastly, Minto's pyramid principle, which provides a clear logical structure that prioritizes the main message and allows the reader to choose their level of engagement, which is perfect for executive reports. So each of these structures serves a different purpose, and understanding when to use a particular structure significantly enhances the clarity and impact of your communication. Next time you're preparing a presentation or drafting a report, think about what your audiences need. Do they need motivation, like in Munro's motivated sequence, or do they need quick clarity, like in Minto's pyramid? Choose the right structure for your message is just as important as choosing the right words. And mastering these techniques will help you communicate with purpose and impact. Thanks for listening, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can apply some of these principles in our project work.